Welcome in, friends, to the first episode, the first installment of Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience. Thanks for checking out the new podcast. It's good to be back into to podcasting. I suppose this is my second podcast I'm doing, and I've been trying to figure. I used to do one called Van Chronicles, which I'm sure I will put out older episodes uh, along with this at some point in time. Uh, but I don't live in my van anymore, which was a kind of a big part of that podcast, was doing it out of my van. It was very authentic. So switching up the name, and if what a more I can't imagine a more appropriate year to have a fucking psychedelic name for a podcast. This has been like the trippiest year. 2020 is just, man, this seems just like a mass hallucination. Uh, but the name really comes from, there's a book, it's right over there on the floor. On a bookshelf that is my floor. The book's called The Psychedelic Experience. It's written by three people. I can't remember the other two fellas' names off the top of my head right now. I guess I could have looked at the fucking book. But one of them is Timothy Leary. It is basically a manual for tripping. So it's anytime you use any kind of psychedelic drugs, the manual, it's very nice. It's just like it's based off of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which I've never read that. So I could tell you what it's about, but I got no fucking clue what it's about. But I know that book is based off that other book that I have not read. But it's all about like ego loss, I guess, and shedding of ego. So it's not the actual physical death as much as it is the death of ego. So that little manual, that's what that is all about. It's all about going into your trip, whether you're taking your mushrooms or your acid, your DMT, salvia, which I have never had fun with. I haven't done it in probably 10 years because it was just no fun. But whatever kind of psychedelics you're getting into. I don't know what people are doing now. I've heard a lot of people talking about ketamine recently for some reason. I don't know why. I've never done ketamine. It's probably real fun. K-bombs, K-cups. I don't know what the fuck people call it. K-cups are the fucking, that's the Keurig. That's the single serving coffee. So I don't think people are tripping off K-cups. K-bomb? I don't know. But people are taking ketamine. But maybe you can get something out of your ketamine experience if you'd like to. But anyway, I like the book. And so that's what this fucking podcast is going to be called, The Psychedelic Experience. I'm sure I'll have guests on at some point in time as well. I did record a podcast with my friend Narado Moore not too long ago, my good friend in Birmingham. It is 4 hours long. And at some point, I think we're both very drunk. And I was also calling that one the Stink Hole Hour, which I don't think, as much as I love the name, maybe I'll have some Stink Hole Hour specific episodes on this podcast. But anyway, I'm sure I should have something to talk about. I fucking, instead of just keeping doing what I was doing, I derailed myself. But that's okay. We'll get back on track. Uh, the Stink Hole Hour, 4 hours long. It's not going to be, I don't know if I'm going to put it out. Anyway, fucking, this is going to be a trippy podcast. That's the whole point. It's just going to be me fucking off by myself, talking shit, really not knowing what to do with myself at all. My life has changed completely since March. It's been bizarre. It's been a very trippy year, to say the fucking least. Like, man, if just normal, sober reality ain't the biggest fucking trip I've ever been a part of. Holy fuck, man. None of this shit in this realm of existence, this thing that we call reality, makes a goddamn bit of sense. The show is getting out of control, man. And I don't think anybody's at the reins. We seem to be. Fuck, man. I don't know. I have no idea what is going on this year, but it seems like everybody is losing their minds. Everyone's hooting and hollering about some election, which means Absolutely nothing. When it comes in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. You're wasting your time with your blue t-shirts and your red t-shirts, man. I hate to break it to you, but you're really destroying each other. Like, what the fuck is anybody doing, man? It's so... What a time to be alive. Everything is so polarizing. And none of it makes any fucking sense, man. Nothing's going to happen after you vote in November. Nothing's going to really change. Nothing ever does really change after an election. We've been doing the same shit forever. It's not like there's a fucking magic wand that gets waved when you go and you fucking check the yes box. I don't know how you vote. I don't know how it's done. Maybe it'll be done by the mail this year. Maybe it won't be. Who the fuck knows? But it's not like anytime you click that box, everything just fucking, everything's just magically fucking. What do you think's going to happen? It's nothing gets better. And what is better anyway? We're doing all right, man. In the scheme of things, in the scheme of the world, in the scheme of time, of like human existence, man. It's not that bad. I get oppression in the ruling classes and all that, and that stuff. I don't think we'll ever get rid of that. But as far as I guess America, the country that I currently am living in, and I'm sure most people listening to this probably are too, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I got a big fucking in Taiwan or something. Maybe people fuck with Joe down in Taiwan. If you guys are down there, I don't know how y'all are living, but come on up to America. It's pretty chill. God, fucking, you can microwave pizza and watch TV for 18 hours on end, and no one will tell you not to. So that's not that bad, right? Compared to you could be, have the threat of getting your head chopped off. That still happens in the world today in 2020, in what we perceive to be 2020, whatever fuck year it really is, because no one really knows. We're just kind of making the shit up as we go. And that's been I think if you can't see that the people were just making the shit up, especially this year, especially with this virus shit, where it's just been, I don't know what the fuck to think, but it just seems like no one has any. They're making it up as they go, where it's, don't lock down, stay home, but then you can gather in groups of 10, but not at the beach. Or, I don't know, and then you could protest, but you can't go to the beach because COVID doesn't get protesters, it only gets people going to the beach. So it just really seems like people are making this shit up as they go. I don't care what anybody does. I don't care if you want to protest or go to the beach. Have at it. Have fun. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you want to, go piss on some ducks or something like that. I really don't give a shit what you're doing as long as you're having fun. As long as you're doing whatever the fuck you think you want to be doing in the world, have at it, man. But people are really making this shit up as we go along. I don't know how y'all feel about COVID. I'm doing my part as a citizen, as a concerned citizen of this planet. I'm doing my part of wearing my mask at the store. But if I'm running or something like that, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I'm going to go for my run. I'm going to sweat. I'm going to breathe the open air in the woods, get that good oxygen in my body. And if you can't handle that, you can always go fuck yourself. That's always a good option. If I'm doing something you don't like, there's a good chance that you could just go fuck yourself. If I'm not bothering you or hurting you, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of my face with telling me what to do. Yeah, it's so fun. Can't do comedy. No more stand-up comedy. Did a couple Zoom shows. Those have been all right. That's kind of why I started. I guess it was like, I'll just do I'd been thinking about starting the podcast again. That's why I got like the green screen and shit. I've been fucking around, whatever. But then I did a Zoom show, and they had me do 30 minutes on a Zoom show. I think it was in July, maybe. I can't fucking remember, last month sometime, something like that. But I did 30 minutes. It was just me sitting here doing this, doing exactly what this is. So I was like, oh, I'll just get back to doing the podcast and having some fun and just trying to fucking express myself and get my fucking voice out, I guess, because I'm losing my fucking mind. That was the thing I've noticed about comedy. I don't know how many people have like an outlet like that, like a creative outlet where, especially with comedy, because you can, it's always a joke, you know, you're making jokes, but you can hide like truths in there. And I don't know. I've never been a big, I don't know, an outgoing, an extrovert, I guess is the word, a very social butterfly. That's definitely not me. So comedy was, spent 7 years doing it. That was how I figured out how to communicate with people, was through comedy, through getting on stage and telling jokes. Like that was like my main way of being able to express myself and communicate. And fuck if that ain't gone. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. So it's just shut down like a communication thing, especially once the lockdown thing happened. I'm just sitting here, you know, by myself. My roommate, Josh Wagner, he's a good kid, my buddy from Nashville. He's been working like the whole time. He works at a restaurant. They've been doing to-go food and just keeping it very clean, very sterile. I really haven't had any issues, and they've been able to maintain during all this as far as like money and income and shit like that. So good on them. They didn't have to get the PPE loan or whatever the fuck that shit is. So they've been doing well. But he was working a bunch. Anyway, I was just sitting here by myself. Family's all up in Michigan. You know, really moved to Atlanta for business. So, you know, I've probably made a few friends in the comedy scene, but not like super tight, you know, with anybody. So it's just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Got nobody to talk to. Wouldn't know what to say if I even did have somebody to talk to. Let's be honest. This has been, again, the fucking most trippy thing ever. And that's the thing. This is what you got to do when you're tripping. And I don't know if it's just when you're tripping or if it's just in life in general. I'm going to spark up this little spliff. Hold on a second here. With mushrooms or acid or anything like that, I find the best way to go into it is the less distractions, the better. I don't want to do anything on acid. I don't want to do anything on mushrooms. I want to know what mushrooms are. I want to know what acid is. So the less stimulus, the better for me, because I want to pay attention to what the mushroom is doing. You know what I mean? So anytime you're tripping, I think it's best to just pay attention to not, you know, people. I took acid, like one of the first times I took acid in Nashville was with a good buddy. He lives in Texas now. He's a good kid, man. Real funny too. He just decided he was going to marry a lady and move to Texas. And got him a place, and then she decided, you know, she wanted to get fucked by the busboy or something like that. But he had tapped out on comedy because of the lady. Anyway, one time we took acid in Nashville, and he just kept wanting to go to the fair. He said, I want to go look at the lights, man. It was like, and I just looked up at the sky, and like the stars were fucking dancing. So it's like, what do you mean you want to go look at the lights, man? Just like look, like see what's going on with this shit. And that's I think in life in general, people, you got to pay attention, you know, you got to sit quiet. That's why I don't talk too much, man. I'm watching, I'm paying attention. That's why, because everyone's so full of shit. If you just listen to people and trust them, everyone's fucking lying. And some people don't know that because they're lying to themselves a lot of the times. You know what I mean? People live, their whole life's a lie. Especially with lockdown and shit, you realize how many useless jobs there are, non-essential jobs. Especially with like, you know, I got no backup plan as far as from comedy, so I'm just fucking still in the kitchen at a restaurant for no fucking reason now. But what was I getting at with this whole thing? Tripping, paying attention, 2020. That's what it was this whole year, man, because it is a massive, massive trip. And since nobody has anything going on, everyone's just on social media just shouting, yelling a bunch of nonsense about what they think and what they feel, even though, who gives a shit? There's just so many, because I'm involved in the comedy world. And it's like, it's just a bunch of dumbass comics. No one's really that, I don't think we're that fucking bright. But maybe, people probably think differently. I don't. But everyone's a fucking doctor all of a sudden, and, a politician, and everyone's, a statesman and all that shit. No one's ever held office, but they know what to do. So they feel like telling you. Instead of just watching. That's what I'm saying. That's why everyone's losing. I could see it. Everyone's losing their shit. I've just been sitting here watching everybody, listening to everybody, reading what people are saying. It's like, man, we're fucked. I really do think that. I don't think that there's a going back from this. And I know some places are doing comedy now. In the Midwest, they seem to be. Which is strange, because you open the beaches in Florida and everyone gets mad. But you can open like comedy clubs in Philly and Indy and other places, and everyone's okay with it. I don't know. Again, I'm not that smart, but it's whatever. I'm glad people are doing some shit. But just, be paying attention, man. I don't think there's no going back to normal. I know that. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but it doesn't seem, I don't know, man. I like conspiracy theories. I'll admit it. I do. Everyone talks, they've been talking about a new world order forever, a global government. But the pieces seem to be in place if they ever decide to make that move, But again, I don't know shit about nothing. I'm just trying to, I feel like I'm most people, man. Most people I talk to, just trying to get through this shit one way or another, More people seem to be, people that I talk to, because you see the people on social media, and that's all you see is those people fucking pissing and moaning about nothing. But real people who don't go in and piss and moan on social media all fucking day about every goddamn thing. They're worried about like their families and shit like that, and their jobs and maybe their business or whatever it is, So they're just trying to figure it out, man. And maybe you're trying to do the same fucking thing. I got no answers. I know that. I got no answers for anybody about what the fuck is coming next, man. But just enjoy it. Just enjoy what the fuck is going on. Because if it all crashes and burns, man, you might as well have fun on the way out. Because we're on the way out. It seems like we're definitely on our way out as a species. The human being experiment has gone awry with the technology. Maybe we'll merge with it. Maybe we'll all become our phones, since that's what we seem to want so badly anyway. We got what we wanted in a weird way, in a very strange way, and maybe a pessimistic way. We kind of got what we wanted as far as 2020. And even, I still say this with Trump, man. I've told this to people before. I might have said it on the Van Chronicles too. But we got what we fucking wanted. We didn't get who we wanted. Or some people got who they wanted. Some people didn't get who they wanted. But we got what we wanted. We have this fascination with politics. And, they turn every politician into a celebrity. That's what happened. We definitely did that with Obama. Made him a celebrity. Put him on plates and shit. Made him a celebrity, man. And then next go around, you got a celebrity. Got what we wanted. Nobody likes to talk to anybody. We're on our phones all the time. Now we really can't go talk to people. And we have to sit alone at home on our phones all the time. So in a weird, strange way, we kind of got what we wanted. We were on this path of isolation. Because even before, in the before time, y'all remember the before time? When you're out at bars with friends, you're having a couple beers and you're still sitting there on your fucking phone, even though your friends are right in front of you. They're not there anymore, man. Now all you got is that fucking phone. It is what it is, man. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. I wish I could live forever. I really do. I just would like to see how it all pans out. For human beings, that'd be fun. For the country too, for America, this great empire that has been built, to see its downfall. And maybe we're in that now, but at some point it's gonna collapse. And it would be fun. It'd be interesting to see. It'd be entertaining as hell. This year has been entertaining, to say the least, good or bad. Because entertainment isn't necessarily I don't know. That might be what's the word I'm looking for here? If you look at the even bad things as entertainment, like even like action movies, killing people like seeing that because it's entertaining. It makes you feel something. You might not like it, but you'll still watch, and I definitely feel that way about this year. The entertainment, keep it coming, people. I'm definitely not bored. I know that. I'm definitely not bored with what is going on. It's the never-ending. Fuck Netflix. You don't need Netflix when you got the world. You got all these fucking lunatics, your neighbors, your friends, your family. They're all out of their fucking minds, and they all got a goddamn voice, and it is a lot of fucking fun, people. So keep it up. Keep having fun. Fucking stay safe. Just doing a quick one to get you started with. Appreciate you checking it out, man. Thanks for sticking along for the ride and the psychedelic experience. We'll be doing this more. If you'd like to, I got some shit up. I'm making more videos. My YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/utilizeshrooms. Some old stand-up clips on there. Some other just nonsense, fun videos, booty man stuff. Keep that up. I'm also working on a wrestling trivia game. It's actually done. I'm trying to figure out the next steps, if I'm going to start putting that out on my own or if I'm going to reach out to people and maybe partner up. But it's done. So be on the lookout for that. Even if you don't necessarily like wrestling, I think you could have fun watching people play. If you like trivia, if you're a trivia person, I think you could get past the wrestling aspect and maybe get a kick out of the game in and of itself. So be on the lookout for that. YouTube, Instagram, Joe Kelley Comedy. Just look up Utilize Shrooms and you'll find the Joe Kelley Comedy shit. Twitter, same thing, Utilize Shrooms. And stay safe, man. Keep having fun. And just fucking ride it out. Good luck, everybody. Good fucking luck. I'll catch y'all later, man. Take it easy.